Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. Hey Daisy. Um, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out a lot. So I'm just vlogging a little bit today. The Scalper Drama continues over the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. People are getting $800, $900, $1,000 on eBay, and sometimes in person there at the store to people in line for these consoles, which are in very high demand. They're in high demand because it's always exciting when there's a new console generation, but also because of the ongoing, hey Daisy, the ongoing pandemic is keeping a lot of people at home and with more time on their hands to play games and things like that. But regardless of the reason, a lot of buzz on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and the production just can't meet up with supply. So, you know, it's just driving the prices of these consoles up on the secondary market. And so I thought I'd read some comments to you guys from a video I did earlier about this topic, because there's a ton of comments on Facebook and YouTube, and you don't necessarily want to go through and parse out all of that and read those. I've done that for you guys because just to get to the interesting ones and ones that make some good or interesting points. So let's get to those scalper comments. And the video I did, was it unethical or immoral to scalp game consoles, like new game consoles that come out and just sort of corner the market on them. And I'm not sure it's unethical or immoral, but it is a disruptive, kind of a dick move. And I don't know if that translates to unethical or immoral, but it is annoying, and it does disrupt, just people wanting to play these games or wanting to get them for a gift for somebody. So it is pretty lame, but it is a fair market, I guess, or unfair market with the bots and everything. But anyway, let me get to the comments. So here's some Facebook comments of the Facebook post I made. Anthony Fuca. People who do this are the plague of video game fans. I'm sure a lot of people will agree with that. Aaron Pokoj, whatever. I'm not going to try to say that one. I hate scalpers, but they scalp because people buy them. If you want to beat scalpers, stop buying from them. So he's blaming the people that are actually paying $900 and $1,000 for these consoles, which makes sense. Chris Dodgen, again on Facebook, says, sit back and laugh. Somebody paid $2,000 for the privilege of playing launch titles. Think about that. Consoles do have rocky beginnings sometimes with not the best games, so that's a funny point. And David Downing says, I've done it, but not recently, and I'd do it again if I was hurting for money. That's another wrinkle, if you're just desperate for money, that's one way to make it honestly. I mean, it's not dishonest, it's not illegal. He says, don't blame the little guy. I blame websites who can't even put in minor safeguards against bots, and stores that allow the first guy in line to purchase 7. That was in reference to the video I made earlier where somebody bought all 7 consoles the store had and then turned around trying to sell them to people in line for $100 over the price. So let's go over to YouTube. My YouTube video had some interesting comments. David Downing said, or actually Dycax said, scalping is unethical because it creates more demand, which they then use to justify the higher prices. They don't care about the human behind the purchase. Getting a little philosophical here. They just want money. They're not trying to contribute to society in a meaningful way. More big picture stuff. They're bottom feeders trying to squeeze as much blood out of you as possible. Capitalism allows for that to happen. It turns people into desperate, greedy bottom feeders. A little anti-capitalism there. The Tez experience says, if I go to Walmart and see 10 Pokemon Edition Game Boy Colors for $1, it's fair game to buy and resell them for a higher price. But the scalpers make money buying the new consoles and an uneven playing field, since you can only get it online and they have purchase robots. So he, as me, has nothing against, people, you go to a clearance sale or, the clearance section of a store, and they're just dumping stuff that's been out for a while and then turning over that. I don't see any problem at all with that. Closed Socket says, it's unethical if we agree that our society has a basic sense of kindness to each other. Interesting. The whole treat people how you want to be treated thing. If you think society is moving away from that as an ethical standard, then it probably doesn't even fall into unethical anymore. Now that's kind of interesting, because a lot of times ethics and morals are just sort of what we as a society agree are unethical or ethical or moral or immoral. It's just sort of an agreed upon stance. And if as a society, you know, if we don't think basic kindness to each other is ethical or moral, or we just disregard that, then it doesn't matter. That's his view, closed socket. And then finally, the no swear gamer. I think it is in poor taste trying to sell to the people behind him. However, if the buyer plays by the rules and made the effort to get in line first, then there is nothing wrong with the buyer profiting from their effort. If there is any feeling of sour grapes, it should be directed at the stores for not limiting sales rather than the person who played by the rules. Again, scalping is not, I mean, if the store or the state and, you know, just all the rules, if there's nothing technically against this, then they can do what they do. But it is a disruptive, annoying thing to do. And it really bums out a lot of gamers who are just dying to play these consoles and don't want to pay $1,000 for a console that's, you know, $400 or $500. And people are even scalping the digital-only versions of these platforms, and that's really something because those are getting high prices as well. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear more comments. This is an ongoing thing. You know, now that the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 are both out, it is an ongoing dilemma / controversy / annoyance that people are buying up these consoles before just average consumers and gamers can get their hands on them. And just let me know in the comments what you think, good or bad, right or wrong. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. The next video probably will be another edited, you know, with actual, you know, editing and post-production and all that stuff. But today I'm just vlogging and having some fun with my Daisy dog. I just want to get, I just love to hear some comments from you guys. So thanks for watching. We will talk to you guys later.